The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. This is your Choose a Photo video for this month. Thank you so much for your patience on this one. I typically release these the first Wednesday of the month, but it's been a really busy few weeks, and these are honestly some of my favorite videos to make, so I really appreciate you hanging in there and giving me time to get this ready for you. Now, get ready because here we go. This is truly one of my most popular and most requested videos that I make each and every month because the messages and predictions are so unbelievably accurate that time and time again, people tell me just how shocked they are. And as usual, I'm not only going to give you the exact message and prediction that you need to hear, but I will also share a meditation that will benefit you the most this month as well. So you're not only going to get the message, but you'll also get tools that you can really take action on to amplify and create some really amazing manifestation results this month. So listen up because you're about to hear exactly what you need to know. Now, if you've been here before, you know the drill, but just in case you're new, how it works is that I'm going to put up 4 photo cards up on the screen at the same time, and then I'm going to give you an accurate prediction and manifestation message you need to hear based on whichever photo you choose. And if you like these types of videos, I have a playlist that I'm going to link down below called the Choose a Photo playlist, where you can find more of these videos, get all of your messages and predictions, and the fun part is you can go back and sort of rewatch and get new messages each time. These videos are meant to be used over and over again. And before we dive in, really quickly, if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. My whole channel is all about manifesting the law of attraction with meditations and more, where I share the tools you need to get the results you want. Here on my channel, I make manifestation make sense without all the confusion. And I post brand new videos every single Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and also hit that bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. And before we get into this video, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below if you like these types of videos so that I know to keep making more of these for you. It takes just a quick second, but it lets me know that you're watching and getting value, so once you do that, let's get right into it. Now, like I've mentioned in my other Choose a Photo videos, this is not tarot, it's not any kind of psychic thing. This is actually based through psychology, energy, visualization, and interpretation. And like I mentioned, you will most likely be shocked at just how accurate this gets. Now, in just a moment, those 4 different photo cards are going to go up on the screen at the same time. And here's the thing. Without overthinking it, without getting torn between 2, or without picking like the prettiest one, I want you to pick the one that you're most drawn to. And that is going to give you the right, most accurate, correct message for you. Doesn't mean it has to be like the prettiest one you see. Pick whichever one you're instinctively drawn to. And I will give you the message and prediction you need to hear, as well as a meditation and an affirmation to use as well. So here are the 4 photos. And again, just pick one, and we'll get right into your messages and predictions. Here they are, and you have just a few seconds to choose. If you chose the first photo of those colorful levels, here is the message and prediction that you were meant to hear, as well as an affirmation and a meditation that will benefit you the most this month. This is your sign to stop rushing and forcing whatever it is that you want or whatever it is that you're manifesting this month. There is something that has been on your mind constantly, and it's something that you really, really want. But the fastest way to actually receive it is to stop pushing and stop rushing it. And I know that can be really, really hard. Have you ever heard the phrase, if you rush it, you'll ruin it? Well, it's the truth, because things happen in stages. Growth happens in stages. You need to normalize and regulate where you are before you go to that next level. I always like to give this example because it kind of makes everything click and make sense. If someone were to hand you the keys to your dream car or your dream house that you were manifesting, if they walked up to you right now in this moment today, right where you're at, and handed them to you, you would probably be so excited, so thrilled, so happy. But then when that first car payment or that first mortgage payment came around that you had to make, or when all of a sudden you had this big empty mansion that you had to fill with furniture but no money to do it, you wouldn't be able to maintain it yet. You wouldn't be able to maintain that big manifestation that showed up a little too quickly. And you might even actually lose it because you didn't have the resources to support it. You didn't have the foundation. The systems and structures just weren't there yet. So instead of rushing it, be where you are now, because all of these different components are adding up and lining up and integrating level by level for you so that you can not only receive what you want, but also maintain these things that you desire. Everything is lining up to make you the person you need to be to receive the things that you want and sustain them. And right now, you are right where you are meant to be. You are right on time. Stop worrying about all of the details. Stop trying to rush it. Be where you are. And acknowledge that whatever you're going through right now is exactly designed to get you to where you need to be to have what you want. You can even think of it like this. Right now, in this exact moment, all of the people, places, circumstances, situations, and so many different aspects are coming together in the exact way that they're meant to for you to get exactly what you want. It's all working out in your favor. So enjoy the journey and trust the process. Trust the foundation that's being put underneath you right now. Stop forcing and pushing and lean into allowing it to be worked out for you. And if you chose this photo, be sure to start using the affirmation, everything is being perfectly arranged in my favor. I trust the process. And also be sure to start listening to either the receive and release meditation or the magnet meditation. Feel free to use both or pick whichever one resonates with you more. Do what works best for you. And your prediction is that you are going to start seeing pianos everywhere. And I know that sounds very, very random and probably a little bit silly, but watch how often pianos start showing up in so many different ways around you. It's going to be very, very obvious. And it doesn't mean that you have to see a piano show up in your house, but it might be hearing tons of piano songs or someone talking about piano or playing a piano or maybe even a sign for piano lessons. Watch how often pianos start showing up for you. Have you ever said a word so many times that it starts sounding weird to you? Now that I just said the word piano so many times, it's starting to sound weird, but pianos will show up for you. If you chose the second photo of that really beautiful starry night sky, here is the message and prediction that you are meant to hear, as well as an affirmation and a meditation that will benefit you the most this month. There may be something on your mind right now that you're overthinking on a new level. Maybe it's something that you want really, really bad, but you have no idea how it's going to work. And you're just playing all of these different scenarios and options in your head. Or maybe it's a decision you need to make and you just don't know the answer yet, and not knowing that answer is just kind of torturing you. Something is at the forefront of your mind right now, something that you kind of feel stuck around, and you may even be feeling desperate for a solution. But it's time to stop overthinking it and overcomplicating it. Because when you take a step back and step out of your own way, the solutions and the answers have room to actually show up for you. Instead of wasting time overthinking all of the details that are pretty much out of your control and essentially aren't up to you anyway. How can you lean more into receiving the downloads and the guidance and the clarity that you need so that you can move forward in an easier and more clear way? And I can even give you a quick firsthand example of how this has been kind of working for me lately, so you can kind of see it in action. So as many of you know who've been here on my channel for a while, we have been in the process of renovating a house now for years. It has been such a shockingly, painfully slow process that I have had to surrender to time and time again. In my head, I thought this would be quick and easy, but oh my gosh, if this has not been a lesson in surrendering, I don't know what is. But basically, to sum it up quickly, there were two projects that weren't really a priority, but I kept getting this really strong impulse, this really strong feeling that I wanted to kind of put them ahead of kind of seemingly more logical, more important projects. And these two projects that were in the forefront of my mind were kind of expensive and they didn't actually make sense to do them right now. But I noticed that what I started doing was I was essentially overthinking it, and I started disconnecting from my own instincts and my own inner guidance because, like I said, logically there were more important things. So I was trying to talk myself out of it. When I finally realized I was doing that, I took a step back, I got still, I got quiet, and I realized that I already had the answer. I already knew what to do. I knew that by not doing these two projects that I really wanted to do, I was feeling disappointed. And that feeling of disappointment gave me the answer I needed. And it didn't have to make logical sense for me to take action. I took action based on where I was being strongly led and guided, despite my logical mind trying to overcomplicate it. And here's the best part of this whole little story. The funny thing is that when I made the decision and I took the action and I hired these people for these two big projects, these projects that made no sense, but I kind of pushed them forward, I had two majorly unexpected deposits show up. I don't want to get into the details because it's kind of private and personal, but these two deposits were for the entire amount of both projects. It was almost like God or angels or universe, whatever you specifically believe in, were kind of up there saying, finally, now that I took action. And then from there, the resources were provided and fulfilled for me. So you don't have to know how or when or why or all of the details. You're just going to torture yourself trying to figure it all out. It's your job to be brave enough to take a step back, to get quiet, get still, and allow the guidance and the downloads and the answers to flow through to you. This does require bravery. Oftentimes, in silence and stillness, inspired action comes through, or clarity on an action you need to take, or sometimes even new ideas or solutions come through. But you can't receive all of these answers when you are stuck in your own head, overthinking it, and being in the noise. Lean into the quiet. The quiet has the answers. And when you get into this quiet, clear space, it will all come together for you in such fun and unexpected ways. When I trusted my instincts on these 2 projects that I wanted to do, and I listened to my intuition above all else, it all worked out even better than I expected. And like I said, the money and the resources flowed right back in. Trust yourself, trust your instincts, and allow the answers and guidance and solutions to flow through to you instead of trying to control it all and do it all yourself. If you chose this photo, be sure to start listening to the chakra clearing meditation or the higher self-guided meditation. You can use them both. You can pick whichever one feels best for you. Use these tools how you see fit. And if you chose this photo, be sure to start using the affirmation, I am hardwired with everything I need to have exactly what I want. Answers and solutions flow to me with ease. I know it's a long one. You can go back and rewind it and write it down, but it's a good one. And your prediction is that you are going to start seeing marshmallows everywhere. Before you roll your eyes, I know that sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds crazy, but watch how often you start seeing marshmallows. It could be in pictures. It could be in a store. It could be in a movie. It could be someone making s'mores. It could be marshmallows on a plate. It could be marshmallows on the ground. Watch how often marshmallows start showing up for you. And let it be funny. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you're going to start seeing marshmallows everywhere. Now, if you chose the 3rd photo of the butterflies, here is the message and prediction that you were meant to hear, as well as an affirmation and a meditation that will benefit you the most this month. If you chose this photo, you are entering a really special and magical time in your life. The past days, weeks, maybe even months or years have been filled with some major growth. And some of it may have been uncomfortable at times, but all of it is rewarding because it has led you to right where you are right now in this moment. And right now, you are entering the stage of everything paying off and falling into place in such an amazing way. You have essentially grown through what you've been through, and you've evolved into who you need to be to receive so many of these things that you've been wanting. All of the lessons, everything has led you to this place. And everything that you've been through has changed and shifted you on a deep cellular level, creating space for you to live a life even better than you imagined. So lean into it. Lean into receiving all that is flowing its way and making its way to you. Be open to it. Be ready for it. Be expectant of it. And be open to even more and even better than you thought possible. Because truly the sky is the limit and everything is possible. You are free to create and have anything that you want. So decide, choose, and receive it without hesitation. Enjoy this special time and really lean into the energy of receiving. And the key is to be expectant of everything working out in the best possible way, so much so, and with so much certainty, that you end up in a state of ease, a state of excitement, a state of confident expectation where you can sort of just relax and allow. It's a really nice place to be in. And if you chose this photo, be sure to start using the affirmation, I am only available for my expectations to be exceeded. I receive more and more and better. That one just feels good. And also be sure to start listening to either the Manifesting Vortex meditation or the Manifesting Accelerator subliminals. You can use them both. You can pick whichever one feels best for you. Do whatever feels best for you. And if you chose this photo, your prediction is that you are going to start seeing yellow flowers everywhere. It could be in person, it could be on TV, it could be in a movie, in a picture. Watch how often you start seeing yellow flowers all over. And if you chose the fourth photo of the ocean and the sand, here is the message and prediction that you were meant to hear, as well as an affirmation and a meditation that will benefit you the most this month. You may be feeling like you're repeating some sort of frustrating pattern right now, where maybe you're able to receive something, but then you lose it, or you can manifest something sometimes, but not consistently, or you may just be feeling like you're sort of running on a treadmill, trying so hard, but not actually getting anywhere. But here's the thing. Success and results aren't linear. Imagine if life was just on a constant upswing. It would honestly probably be boring and you wouldn't even know what to want anymore because there wouldn't be any contrast. And honestly, it might be a little bit overwhelming if it was just win after win after win after win. When would you ever just kind of take a breath? But the beauty is in the contrast. And no, it doesn't feel like that at all times, but seeing and experiencing what you don't want gives you clarity in what you do want. And then you can consciously move forward, creating more of what you do want. So stop beating yourself up or getting frustrated with your perceived lack of results. And I say perceived because it's just your perception of how things are going. And everything really only has the meaning that you give to it. Nothing is good or bad. You actually decide that. So even though you might be feeling like you aren't getting to where you want to be, or you aren't seeing the specific results that you want, I honestly bet that you're doing far better than you think. Maybe you just needed someone else to tell you that. Maybe this was your sign that you needed someone to tell you you're doing a great job. But you don't need me to tell you that. You just can't see it. Because instead of focusing on the small wins, you're too focused on the overall picture of not having what you want yet. So start viewing receiving sort of like ocean waves. The water flows in and the water flows out. And it builds and builds until the waves get stronger and stronger, and then overflow takes over and the waves get higher and higher, and then more and more and more water flows in. Just because the wave pulls back for a moment doesn't mean the water disappears. It pulls back to flow in further. So your main focus this month is to examine and notice any areas where you might feel stuck or frustrated and get clear on what's coming up and why you're feeling that way specifically. There's so much evidence in your feelings. And once you've either written it out on paper or gone through it in kind of a meditative state, I want you to notice how it's influencing how you think and act and behave on a daily basis. And from there, you can change your mind and essentially change the outcome and shift the energy. You aren't stuck. You aren't doing it wrong. You just need to keep moving forward and trust the process. Allow yourself to get into an abundant state of overflow, of more than enough, not letting any setbacks mean anything, and instead see it as a small retreat before the big rush of water, the pull back before you accelerate. Abundance is always trying to make its way to you and support you, but you have to be open to it. You have to be open and willing to see all of the people, places, resources, and opportunities making themselves available to you instead of trying to do it all yourself. Stop forcing, start flowing. Co-creating your life is meant to be fun. So find the joy in it. Find the excitement in it. The more fun you have, the easier things will flow to you. And if you chose this photo, I want you to start playing around with the affirmation, I am deeply supported in everything I desire. There are more resources available to me than I could ever imagine. I know that's a long one, so let me repeat it again really quickly. I am deeply supported in everything I desire. There are more resources available to me than I could ever even imagine. And also, be sure to start using either the Receive and Release meditation or the Belief Reprogramming meditation. You can try them both, use whichever one feels best for you, or use them both together. Do whatever works best for you. So those are the 4 photos. Let me know which photo you chose, if it was 1, 2, 3, or 4, and let me know if the message resonated with you. I always love hearing the results, especially from these videos. So please comment below and let me know. And also, like I mentioned, if you want to watch some of these other Choose a Photo videos, they'll all be linked in the description box below for the Choose a Photo playlist. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that bell notification so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. You can also find me over on Instagram and TikTok and Threads at MK Magic Mindset, and if you want to learn more about me, my programs, how to work with me, and more, you can visit my website at mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you in the next one.